Situation is much sunnier for the UConn women, who rolled at Pittsburgh yesterday and win their 60th straight game. It was a milestone afternoon for Husky senior Tina Charles, who went over the 2,000 career point mark. Charles may be the leading candidate for National Player of the Year, and she credits her success over the last year, plus to the reigning National Player of the Year, her teammate, Maya Moore.
I definitely think it's because of Maya why I'm showing this side of me. You know, we compete all the time in practice. She competes against me. She challenges me every time in practice. So I think it's because of her also, alongside with Coach, that brings out the best in me.
We're joined now by Renee Montgomery, one of the all-time favorite Huskies, and now a member of the Connecticut Sun after a recent trade from Minnesota. Welcome to the studios, Renee.
Thank you for having me.
What'd you make of this trade? Do you like it? Do you like the homecoming back to Connecticut?
I absolutely love it. I mean, who wouldn't want to play basketball here in Connecticut with such a great fan base?
Tina Charles, of course, could eventually be your teammate once again. Part of that deal, the Sun acquired the #1 overall pick. Have you talked to Tina about this possibility yet? You
know, I tried not to. I know, because I was there last year, that it's hard to focus on college basketball when everyone's like, oh, where do you think you're going to get drafted, you know? So I try to just kind of let her know that she'll be in good hands.
You had your rookie season a year ago in Minnesota. You get traded for a Minnesota native in Lindsay Whalen. How did that first season go for you with the Lynx, and where do you want to take your game to? What do you have to improve?
I think the first season went well. You know, I always have high expectations and standards for myself, so of course I wanted to make it to the off-season playoffs, and I mean the playoffs. But you know, I can just look at it as a learning point and know how it is to play in the league now.
We learned this week that the All-Star game will be coming back to Mohegan Sun Arena, and Team USA will take on the WNBA All-Stars. You have played outside of this state now you're back here in Connecticut. Is it truly the capital of women's basketball, or what?
It is definitely the capital of women's basketball. I mean, I don't think there's any question. So I think that was a very smart move by the WNBA to put, you know, the All-Star game somewhere where they know that fans will appreciate it and come out and support it.
Let's talk a little bit about the Huskies this season. Have you watched them at all? Do you get a chance to watch any games? What do you make now? The win streak at 60.
Of course I watch them. I can't help but watch them. It's nice to see, you know, because I'm so close with them. So when they make a mistake, I'm like, oh no, Coach is going to kill them for that. But it's great to see this streak going on, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Who would win in a game, last year's team, this year's team, UConn versus UConn?
Oh, I don't. That's tough. I'm gonna have to go with last year's team.
Really? What do you like better about last year's team?
You know, a couple of the seniors missing, like Tahara Williams and Cassie Kearns, because they brought this extra something to practice that I don't know if it's there this year.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
What is the team going through right now as this streak builds? It's at 60, 70. Of course, they hold that record. What do you think Gino and the team is going through as everybody talks about this streak, and hardly any game, really no game is close?
Don't take offense to this, but something I did in college was never listen to the media or watch the news, because they'll, you know, because they talk about things that aren't relevant to what you're doing on the court. So I hope they just, you know, they're probably just worried about staying focused and playing the next game and not worrying about, oh, what happens if we lose. So I'm pretty sure that Coach R.E.M. is doing a good job of keeping them focused. You
had such a tremendous season a year ago. But when you look at the two big guns this season, and Maya and Tina, and perhaps Tina at this point has pulled ahead as people evaluate a National Player of the Year award, do you have a choice in this? They're both so good, and Tina and Maya.
I will not choose. I will not choose. Like they should be co-player of the years. I think that would be the only way.
Renee, it's so good to have you back in Connecticut. We thank you for your time tonight.
All right, thank you.
Big game mini ticket plans to see Renee and the Sun go on sale tomorrow, and these plans do include All-Star Game tickets. Visit ConnecticutSun.com for more information.
Wow, we are so honored to have UConn basketball star, and now, fortunately, she's coming home, a player with the Connecticut Sun, Renee Montgomery, who came from that amazing 39-0 team. You were like the crazy, just everyone cheering you on, and awesome rookies, and now they got you back. You're back in Connecticut.
I love it. It feels good.
I know. Now, give us a little history. Born in West Virginia.
Yes.
And then you came to UConn. It's been 4 years.
Yep.
And what's Gino like? Give us all the dirt.
He's amazing.
Yeah, I know. He is amazing.
He makes good sauce, right?
Now that really is. I'm the spicy one. I love the spicy one, but he's like, he really is a good guy.
No, that's great. 4 years at UConn, and then you get drafted.
Right.
And you get off to the Lynx.
Yes.
What was your heart saying at that point? Like, I want you. Obviously, you're going to get drafted. You were the #4 pick during your draft. So, what was your heart saying when you get to the Lynx?
Oh man, it was just like, I'm really a professional athlete. Like, you know, you think about that like when you're younger, like, oh, I want to play professionally, but then it's like, I really did it.
And you had no problems moving. Like, you know, you were happy just to get on the team, and just were you really hoping that maybe you would get on the Sun here in Connecticut?
I was really just hoping I would get drafted. You know, everybody's like, why would you hope that? Because you're like going to go high, but I was excited.
It's great. It's great. Good.
Wearing pink.
I would be like, if somebody drafted me to the Lynx, like, which is in the middle of the country, I'd been like, Mama, my apron strings would be like tying me home. I don't want to leave the East Coast.
You would be like Joanna Man. Actually.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, I love it. Wait, can you stand up for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I thought I was going to come up to your belly button, and you are quite tall, but you're only, you said, how tall are you?
I'm 5'6" without shoes on, so I list myself at 5'7".
Yeah, so you didn't have to be, I mean, that's tall compared to me, but I mean, it's not like you didn't have to be the really tall.
More power to the short people.
Absolutely,
and you're a point guard.
I am, so I'm typically, typically the point guards aren't the taller ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
we're low to the ground, dribble a little bit.
Yeah. Now, do you hang out with, now that you're coming back home, is there that connection because of University of Connecticut? Is your life, you going back to the old places and getting the pizza where you used to love it? And
oh my gosh, yes. I'm going to be like, knocking on my teammate's door like, hello. What are you doing?
That's so great. Now, you've also started with ESPN.
Yes.
What, Karen and I think we have the best jobs on the earth because we get to meet people like you, but you say you just got the best job on the earth.
I do. I don't know whose is better because Bobby Flay and everything.
Yeah, well, I get to shake his hand. That's about it, and then he goes away.
But I don't know. It's great. I get paid to just watch games and talk about things that I've learned over the course of my life, involving basketball. So, I mean.
But they're not going to pay you unless you're good, so you must be very good at it.
That's an awkward question to talk about.
Just give it up for yourself.
And today, the proof will be in the pudding because today the tickets are going on sale. February 1st, they open up the tickets so people can actually go. They can buy the tickets. They can see you at Mohegan Sun. Are you going to be hanging out at Bobby Flay's restaurant? Can we go find you there? Or?
Yeah, I would love to. He has a burger. Is this burger joint right here?
Absolutely.
And a new place, Bar Americana, that is very swanky and tough to get into. But I'm sure
I'm really going to be at Gino's restaurant the most because that's kind of.
Oh, that's right,
Gino's restaurant. It's down there as well.
Like I'm a familiar customer there, so I have to.
We have a lot of people watching the show, and a lot of people tape the show, and they watch a little bit back later, and their kids might be home from school, and some of these girls might be looking at you saying, how do I get to where Renee is? Give them some advice, some role model advice.
It's hard, but I think it's just hard work, really, and there's no shortcuts.
No shortcuts.
Like all these get slim quick diets and everything, it's really, there's no shortcuts. Like you just have to work hard every day, and I don't know, like you see I'm only 5'6", so it's not a certain height that you have to be or a certain, athleticism. It's hard work.
So you're training all the time, and what's a typical day for you?
Well, right now, I'm at the beach, like Miami, so I'm in.
And you're going to the Super Bowl next weekend.
Yeah, I just flew here from Miami, and I'm flying back to Miami. So a typical day for me would be sun, sun, and sun.
Oh, that's good.
But I wake up and work out in the morning, actually, on the treadmill, and I'm like, looking at the beach,
And when you are in season, you're working real hard.
Yeah, in season now, it's definitely
And if you're playing 4 quarters, how many calories will you burn off? Do you ever figure out how many calories you'll burn off in a game?
No, because I'm not really a calorie counter.
Yeah, you don't need to be because you're amazing. What kind of jeans are these?
These are actually Rocket Republic.
Mm-hmm. I like those. And because I was going to say, how do you get them extra long? But at 5'6", you can buy regular jeans.
I can.
Oh, that's awesome.
5'6", I can shop anywhere.
That's great. Can we please give Renee a huge round of applause? Welcome home.
Thank you.
Welcome home. It's great.
Thank you for coming on Better.
And the new season starts. When's your first game? Is it against Chicago?
March 15th.
March 15th.
Oh my gosh, not March 15th. I'm sorry.
Right,
May 15th.
May 15th.
Yeah.
Yes. But tickets go on sale today. All you have to do is call 1-877-SUN TIXX or visit ConnecticutSun.com. Renee, we can't thank you enough for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck. Good luck.
It's great to have you. We'll be right back, everyone.
All right.